All right, so we are going to start today. Welcome to Unfinished Friday. My background's a little different. I've actually gone into the 21st century here with the green screen and the whole thing. So it's kind of an unfinished wall behind me. So anyway,
I
welcome
missed
to
that.
Unfinished Friday, where we can learn and grow. And uh, again, today I've been blessed to have people that want to come and present and share their wisdom with us. And today is again no exception. Marcy Young is going to share with us today, and uh, from the book called The Diamond Cutter. And I'm excited to hear about that. Um, and so, without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Marcy.
Do you have do I have screen sharing ability?
Yeah,
Yes.
let me make that happen.
Okay. All right. Great. Hi guys. Marcy Young with Primerica. This book, the Diamond Cutter, I do have a book report on PowerPoint. I'm going to share it with you here, and we're going to jump right in. I did practice this. It's a full 15-minute presentation, and so we're going to get right to it. This book was recommended to me. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. This book was recommended to me by actually a successful businessman who ran a nonprofit in California. I don't remember what he did anymore, but he just said if there's two books that you're going to read in your life, probably one of them should be the Bible and the other one should be this book in terms of business. And so the book was written by Michael Roach, who was a, let's see if I can get this thing to go. There you go. He was a Princeton University graduate, and then he studied with the Dalai Lama and lived in a Buddhist monastery for many years and became what they call a geshe, which is a master of Buddhist learning. And then he was instructed to go to America and use the principles that he had learned in his studies and work in American business. And so he started working with in a diamond business. And that's the whole long story about that. You have to be absolutely scrupulous when you're working with millions and millions of dollars of tiny pebbles, right? And so he used the principles from this book, or from Buddhism, actually, to create a successful company. And then he wrote a book about it. And so here's the three fundamental principles that I think were really great to start off with. Number one, business should be successful. And you need to make your money in an honest way, right? Two, we need to enjoy our money, and we need to keep our minds and bodies in good health so that we can enjoy our money. And then finally, in the end, we want to be able to look back and honestly say that our years of doing business had meaning. So, you know, at the end of the road, did you do something that really benefited mankind, or was it just, you know, for personal profit? So here is what the name of the book means. Diamonds are, of course, the hardest substance known to man, but you know what? They're made out of exactly the same material as the lead in a piece of pencil, right? So it's just how it's arranged. So diamonds are perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, if you cut it right, they're almost invisible. And that is an analogy for the hidden potential of everything is just as hard to see. So when something happens, the way we see how it plays out actually is coming from ourselves, not from the thing itself. So it's how we've been programmed, or what they call imprints, is how we see things. And so another key principle I thought was that Geshe Michael made was never accept the idea that maintaining a deep inner spiritual life is contradictory with a successful business career. Quite the contrary, the very people who are attracted to business are the ones who have the inner strength to really carry out the deeper practices of a successful inner life and a successful business. So this idea of emptiness is that nothing happens of itself that's good or bad. If if something happened like that, then we would all see everything exactly the same, and none of us do. So it's how we see things that makes the difference, and we are in control. A lot of people don't realize this, but we are in control of the thoughts that we choose to put in our heads. So you need to think about what's your intention. You need to realize that your thoughts carry power. It's not, you can't just think a bad thing about somebody, because that thought itself carries power. And then if it's coupled with emotion, that magnifies that power. And so the crux of this book is this. We want to figure out which imprints we want to plant in our minds so that we can see our business as we want to see it. And then we need to study to maintain a certain state of mind. We need to maintain a certain standard of behavior. And then we need to know how to call on what they call the power of an act of truth. And I'll show you that at the end of this presentation. So it's a lot like mental gardening. You just choose the seeds that you're going to plant in your mind, right? And you also want to help others do that. That's a key principle of this book too. So, but it's not overnight, right? So it has to be done on a continual basis for months, really, before you can start to see concrete results, is what Geshe Michael says. So here's 7 success snowballs. 1, to prosper financially, you need to maintain a generous state of mind. To live in a happy world, we need to maintain a very ethical way of life. If you want to see yourself as healthy and attractive, I thought this was interesting. Refuse to ever get angry. How about that? To be a leader in business, take joy in constructive and helpful action. Sort of like what Aaron's doing here. He's helping us all out. He doesn't get anything from this, and yet it's very helpful and constructive, and he does it with joy. You can tell that. 5, to focus your mind, practice deep states of meditation every morning. You should have a meditation practice. To free yourself from a world that doesn't work the way you want, you learn these principles that are taught in this book of hidden potential and mental imprints, and work at changing those imprints in yourself. And then to get all you ever wished for and have others get all they ever wished for, you cultivate an attitude of compassion. So there's 3 business problems I picked out just as an example. Let's say your company finances are unstable. Geshe Michael says what the solution is to be more than willing to share your profits with those who have helped you produce them, and be very strict about never making a single penny through any improper action. Another business problem, there's 46 in this book that you can choose from. Let's say you have problems with your business partners. You're really careful. The solution is be really careful to never engage in any kind of talk that has the aim of splitting up other people, or even thinking about it, right? Even in very minor ways. And a third one, let's say you suffer from a lack of confidence. The solution is to avoid useless talk. Don't make grand plans and don't follow through. Make sure that you follow through on every single thing that you say that you're going to do. And so here's the crux of this, you guys, right here. So you want to really maybe take a screenshot of this or something. So you want to buy yourself a little daily planner and go through this diamond cutter book and read through the 46 problems and pick out 3 that maybe trouble you, your top 3. And then throughout the day, you keep track of 2 things each for those problems. 1 good, the best thing that you did, catch yourself doing something good, and then the worst thing that you did, right? And you just write it in the book. And if you did something that you knew I shouldn't have yelled at that driver or given him the finger or whatever, then you put a to-do next to the thing you want to change. And here's another key thing, no blame, right? You just record it. And by tracking, you're automatically going to change your life. It's just by tracking it. So by changing your reality will change into everything that you've ever dreamed of. So Causes, here's the other 6 things. Causes come before their results. Causes are smaller than their results. Growing things takes time. You need to use a tracking system, and understanding what you're doing makes it infinitely stronger. And then you always end with the act of truth. And here's the act of truth. This is 2 more slides. Okay, so the act of truth is this. You say, if it is true during this entire day that I have been mindful of all that I've said to others, done to others, and been aware even of my thoughts towards others, and if I have acted honorably throughout the day with complete honesty toward each person I came in contact with, then may a new power be born. And by the force of this new power, may I and all those in my world achieve through our work true happiness and prosperity together. Can you feel the power of those words? So the point of the diamond cutter and our lives is to achieve prosperity, enjoy it, and live a meaningful life. And that's it. Buy yourself a little planner, right? Keep track.
I think Lynette may have a lead on that for you. So we've got, if you can, we've got just a minute. If someone's got a question, we could take one question. Okay. In that case,
No question.
Just soaking it all in. That was good. I put them in my to-do list.
so I will.
If you guys
That was
want
excellent.
a copy of that PowerPoint, I can maybe post it somewhere, or I can send you an email with it.
Yeah, I'll post this on my Facebook page so you can go back and watch it again, because I know I'm going to have to watch it a few times.
And now that we're friends, I can look at it.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your Friday. Finish strong and have a great weekend. And hopefully we'll see you back here next week.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Marcy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.